What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to give you 3 tips that have really helped me get better at disc golf really quick, and to be honest, I wish I'd been doing these things all along, so hope y'all enjoy. So tip number 1 is this: trust your instincts. It's probably a little bit different from what you're used to hearing, which is like play smart all the time or different things like that, but let me explain. So when I say trust your instincts, I don't mean play carelessly. What I mean is more so pick your shots and how you're going to play based off how you're throwing that day and how you're feeling that day in terms of what's your best options. So like with this shot, this is like a 340 slightly downhill, well guarded green, and it's a pretty tough par 3, and without a doubt the safest option is to take a forehand, see how much you can knock off and chip up and take your par. So logically speaking, that's the best option. But for me, I know that my forehand has been kind of off lately, so it's probably not my best option. And what I have been throwing well is taking like a more neutral to slightly overstable disc and throwing it flat and letting it pan off to the right if I'm trying to make that kind of shot shape. I'm going to go with a DX Rock 3, just kind of throw it flat and see if we can get up there for a birdie. And I'm going to throw this Wizard that I just bought. It has Eat Sleep disc on it. Pretty cool stamp. So that was a fortunate kick. All right, let's go with the Wizard. That's more of what I was looking for. Oof. So you can tell, even though those shots maybe seemed a little bit risky, I knew the whole time if I released them flat that they were going to stay in bounds and honestly give me a circle's edge look. So for me, instinctually, they were pretty safe shots, even though logically they might not have been the best choice. Oh. Trusting your instincts is definitely a feel type of thing, but I do think it can be helpful even for beginners that have played long enough to know whether or not they're having a good day with their backhand or a good day with their forehand. Like if you're throwing those specific shots well, why would you not continue to throw those shots even if it's not the most logical shot for a hole, if that makes sense? Again, I'm not saying use this tip as a means of just not having a game plan or playing carelessly. I'm just saying lean into what you're doing well that day and trust your instincts. So for example, on this hole, it's like a little under 300 feet, big slope from left to right going downhill. Logically, I would think one of the like simple par shots or even birdie look shots would be kind of a hyzer flip forehand that can match the side of the hill and slide to the basket. Or if you have it, a hyzer flip backhand with a putter or a mid that's just going to kind of flip up and be understable enough to ride down the slope. But like we mentioned earlier, my forehand's a little bit off, and honestly so are my hyzer flips with understable discs. So for me, I'm going to trust my instincts. I'm going to throw the 2 same discs, a Wizard and a Rock 3, and I'm going to throw them kind of more flat and just let them coast down the side of the hill and see what happens. Wizard first. So that didn't coast right like I wanted to, but I threw it a little bit too far left. But still, overall, that's an easy par if I want it, or I can go for the putt. All right, we're going to go with the Rock 3. I threw it too low. Still might work, though. Not bad. And you can see there, like, trusting my instincts probably left me a circle's edge death putt, potentially. But I felt no pressure throwing those shots because I knew that right now neutral flat shots with neutral to overstable discs are working really well for me. And so if I hadn't have just left those out a little bit too far left, I would be parked under the basket. Both of these shots are right beside each other, a little bit past the basket. Man, something about a good putt. Twice or it's luck. It's luck. Yep. Number 2 is this: don't be a hero. Don't go for the hero shot, at least not all the time. This is hole 4. It's like a new par 4 that they made, probably 400 feet. It goes downhill and then pretty sharp to the right. but honestly it's very eagleable, especially since it plays downhill. But I know that if I just do a simple forehand with a Halo Destroyer, get down there, knock a little bit of distance off, and then do an approach shot with an approach disc, it's a really easy birdie. But the hero shot is so much more fun because I could take a flippy fairway driver, throw it pretty hard on the right angle, and it just might coast all the way down there, and I could have an eagle putt. In this situation, I need to understand to not go for the hero shot that could end up costing me a bogey, because if I miss it, I'm OB, and then I have a par save or a bogey save. The easy shot here is just take an overstable fairway, distance drive, or whatever, and just throw it on hyzer, get down as far as you can, or turn over if that's what your better shot is with a backhand, and take the birdie. Nice and easy, further than I thought it would. Not even exactly where I was aiming, but because it was just a simple shot, I still have a really good chance for birdie, possibly even an eagle look. Let's see what would happen if we try to go for the hero shot. Oh, it's turning. Oh, dude, that might do it. No! It hit a tree. God, that was perfect. Hopefully now you see what I mean. I threw my hero shot almost perfect. Like, I hit the gap on the right angle. The disc was turning exactly like it needed to, and it hit a tree that I couldn't see and almost dropped out of bounds. But now walking up to this, I have like honestly a really difficult flex shot to do to try to still get up and down for birdie. And honestly, I'm lucky that I didn't land OB on the sidewalk. So that kind of disproves my point. Don't try to be a hero. That's my second tip. So, and we're about to talk more about this, but don't be a hero. That applies more than just to your tee shots, which you're about to see. Oh no! So easily could have rolled out of bounds. Oh my God. Tip, don't be a hero, is not just talking about to your tee shots. As you can see, I had sort of an eagle look, and I tried doing this crazy 70-foot jump putt. So you're probably not going to believe me, but my phone auto-locked and did not video my two throws. I'm going to try to throw them the same the best I can, but I just wanted you to know I did throw them kind of well the first time. Do my best to reenact those shots. Destroyer first. That's pretty close. A little too flat though. Yeah. Enact the T-Bird 3 right quick. Oh boy. Did I just get razzed by a watchtower? Like I was saying earlier, don't be a hero. That doesn't just apply to your tee shots, it also applies to putts as well, because I had sort of an eagle look, and it was like a 70-foot jump putt downhill, and I went for it carelessly, and I ended up leaving myself a little bit of a tester putt that I should make, but that's obviously more difficult than just a drop-in putt. So the tip doesn't just apply to tee shots. All right, so tip number 3 is this: give yourself some grace. Seriously, let yourself off the hook for messing up. The idea of it is, most all of us that play disc golf are amateurs at it, so we're gonna mess up a lot. Like, if even the pros mess up, you know that we're gonna mess up too. So if you let that get in your head, it can end up ruining the rest of your round for no reason. Go in. Firebirds are so good. And this is something that I probably struggle with the most, is giving myself grace and understanding one bad shot does not mean that I'm all of a sudden a bad player or that it should ruin the rest of my round. Like, there's still plenty of golf left. Whew. Oh, that was a wild skip. And so this is another one of the main tips that I learned that helped me get towards my goal of becoming a better player is, let's say you walk up to a shot that you know you should make, whether it be distance wise, shot shape wise, or even a putt, whatever it may look like, and you don't meet your expectation, you miss the putt, the shot, whatever. You can either let all of those negative thoughts come into your head and you start thinking you're a terrible player, it's not going to get better, the round is over, or you can learn to give yourself some grace and move on with your round. And this actually recently happened to me at a league that I was playing in. We played like the 3 hardest holes first, and I birdied the 2 hardest holes. Like, one of them was like a 400-foot slide uphill par 3. The other one was like a 340 forehand into a tree line par 3. And then the last one was like this hyzer flip through a gap, and I missed my line and ended up taking a double bogey. When I made that double bogey, I had a choice. I could either let it ruin my entire round, or I could just try to move on. I didn't let the negative thoughts weigh me down, and I was like, no, I'm still a good player, I can do better, and ended up having an 8 down round, even with a double bogey. So the quicker you can learn to give yourself some grace, I really do think that's going to make you a better disc golfer so quick. Because of that ability to give myself grace, what could have been an absolute horrible meltdown of a round ended up being a huge confidence builder and a great round, because then I learned I can push through bad situations on the disc golf course. Oh, dude. Why did that? That's a destroyer. Try a halo destroyer. Maybe that'll be better. Oh, God. Well, it was better. Dude, I shanked that shot. That was so bad. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. Tip number 1, trust your instincts more. I really think this can help you be a better golfer. Tip number 2, don't be a hero. At least not all the time. I don't know of many situations where I've tried to be a hero in disc golf with a shot and it worked out for me. Tip number 3, give yourself some grace. You're gonna miss putts. I mean, look at me, I missed a 10-foot putt, and now the whole internet's gonna see it. Everyone misses putts. Everyone early releases, grip locks. Everyone makes mistakes. It happens, so give yourself some grace. Look at it as an opportunity for a good bounce back. Dude, I'm out of breath, and I'm terrible at putting. All right, well, if you didn't get anything from this video, maybe you're encouraged that you're a better putter than I am. As always, love y'all, stay snappy, see you in the next one.